and welcome to day 7 where we are going to celebrate joy today. So we're going to let go of any kind of over-efforting and just play and move and have fun with our practice. So we'll move through a full body sequence leading up to a super fun peak pose. We'll be doing some pranayama to stimulate the feelings of joy, mudra, meditation, the whole 9 yards. So this is a really great practice to just come back to anytime you need to feel a little bit more joyful in your day. So let's start in an easy seated position here. If you like to have that blanket roll underneath the hips, feel free to bring that in. We just want that nice long spine. From here, we're going to take a mudra. So we're going to be doing lotus mudra today. So the pinkies come together, the thumbs come together, and the hands come out almost like we're making our own little lotus. And we're going to place this at the center of the heart. I like to press my thumbs right up against the sternum, the chest bone. You can close down the eyes here. So when we use mudras, again, we're stimulating these different energetic flows. So there's nothing that needs to be done. You don't need to think about anything. You just take the mudra and you allow it to create this feeling of joy, like a flower blooming at the center of your heart. And we'll be doing a little bit of mantra meditation today. So I am really a believer of creating a mantra that feels good to you. But when we create a mantra, we want it to be in the affirmative, so as if it's already true. So for my practice today, I'm going to use the mantra, I experience joy. I experience joy. And yours might be a little bit longer, it might be shorter, it could just be I am joy. Or every day I feel more and more joy. So choosing something that really resonates with you, when you speak that in your mind, it makes you feel really good and light and excited. So landing on your mantra, the hands in lotus position, we'll just start to say this inside our minds. With each inhale and with each exhale, I experience joy. I experience joy. And tuning into your own mantra for a few more rounds of breath. And take one more big full inhale. Say it one last time to yourself or maybe out loud if you feel like it. I experience joy. And then we'll release the hands to the lap. You can open up the eyes here. We're going to come all the way up to a standing position. So you can be at the top of your mat for me so I can face you. I'm going to come to the long edge of my mat. So legs are in a Tadasana position. We're going to be doing a pranayama called Breath of Joy. This is super fun, great way to, of course, experience more joy, but just to uplift your energy if you're ever feeling really lethargic or sluggish or like you need to take a nap or something. This is a really fun one to do. So the legs are strong and rooted. With our inhale, we're going to use our arms. So it's a 3-part inhale and a full exhale. So I'll just demo it for you. We inhale, arms forward, inhale more, inhale all the way as much as we possibly can. And then we exhale, we swing the arms back. You can bend the knees and release the breath. So it looks like this. And I like to exhale through the mouth like I'm just kind of letting everything go, just releasing anything that does not serve me. If that feels too much, you can just release it through the nose. If you find you get dizzy as you swing down, you don't have to go as far. So just come like halfway or just swing the arms down, whatever works for you. So we're going to do 3 rounds, breath of joy. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Pause, feel. So again, we always want to notice the shift that we're creating. I notice that the breath becomes bigger, it feels fuller, I feel more energized. So if you aren't already, let's come to the top of our mat. And we're going to move through a couple rounds of a slow flow sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank position. Exhale, lower the knees or not, lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, let's do a little baby cobra to start, warming up the spine. Exhale, lower, press all the way back, downward facing dog. Let's pause here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, exhale in this gentle inversion. On your next big inhale, let's step all the way forward to the top of the mat, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. So we've gone through that once. Let's do it one more time. Again, I want you to connect and celebrate that feeling of joy that we're working towards cultivating. So how would a sun salutation look if you were feeling super joyful? Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, lower all the way down through chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, you might do a little bit of a bigger cobra. Exhale, let's step back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, step the feet forward, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down, heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step back, lower all the way down through chaturanga. We'll land on the belly this time. From here, we're going to move into a pose called broken wing. So again, if this is new to you, you might want to just watch it and then rewind and do it with me. So the left arm is going to come out to the left shoulder height in a cactus position. We're going to come up onto those right fingertips on the right hand side. So we're getting a nice deep opening through that left shoulder. From here, you can lift the right toes up off the ground and start to turn open. So press the left arm actively down into the ground, really deep shoulder opener, heart opener. Right toes might touch, they might not. Inhale back to center. Let's reset for the other side. Right hand comes out to the right, shoulder height. Left hand up on the fingertips. Lift those left toes up off the ground, start to turn open. Really push that right arm down into the ground. Exhale, let's roll all the way back down to center. You can plant the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, push up and back into Balasana, child's pose. Rest here for a moment, reset. Inhale, let's come all the way back up to our tabletop position. From here, we're going to step those right toes back, and we're going to open up into a supported side plank. So right arm reaches up towards the sky. I like to pivot that left shin so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat, so we're fully supported here. So getting a nice core engagement, pull the navel to the spine, reach those fingertips up with delight. Exhale, plant the hand, come back to neutral. Inhale, let's do the other side. So we're opening up to the left side this time, left hand to the sky. Push the right arm down into the ground. Wide open, strong, radiant. Inhale, back to center. Find your tabletop position. So from here, we're going to move into what's called Wild Thing pose. So this is one of my favorite poses of all the poses. It just makes me feel so good. So it can be a little bit of an ordeal to get into. Again, if you want to watch it and then pause and rewind and do it on your own, that might be a good idea if this one is new to you. So from here, we're going to come all the way up into a high plank position. From here, we open up into our side plank. You can start with that right foot in front of you. So the left hand, the left foot are planted. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. From here, you're going to step the right foot behind you. So you can work up to this as much as you want to. You might just stay here. Or the right toes come behind you and you start to reach that right arm back up to the sky and open all the way up, shining your heart to the sky. Big back bend. Exhale, let's come all the way back to our high plank. Lower the knees, child's pose. Inhale, back up to center. We're moving into the other side here. So coming up into our high plank position. Shifting over onto the outside of the right foot, right hand now. Left foot can step out in front. This is your prep. You can stay here. Or you can step the left toes back. Press into that right foot and the right hand really actively to lift the hips. Left arm stretches up, overhead, lean back. Such a joyful expression here. Exhale, let's come all the way out. High plank, lower the knees, rest back, child's pose. Inhale, let's walk those fingertips all the way upright. And we'll come into our kneeling posture. And as we've done so many times before, let's just take a moment to pause and to feel. From here, let's drop the right hips off to the right. We're going to move into a little bit of a twist here just to neutralize the body after that back bending. So left hand comes to the right outer thigh, right fingertips behind you, nice long spine, twisting to the right. Inhale, back to center, left fingertips to the left, right arm up to the sky, over to the left side, body stretch. Inhale, let's come all the way back up to center, and we'll just drop the hips off to the other side. From here, right hand to the left outer thigh, left fingertips behind you, open up to the left, wringing out the spine, letting go of the old, bringing in the new. Inhale, back to center, right fingertips to the right, left arm sweeps up, overhead, side body stretch. Inhale, back to center, come all the way up, and let's just pivot the legs so they come out in front of us. We're going to finish off with a nice seated folded forward fold. So the legs are strong and active out in front of you, toes up to the sky. Find your long spine. Exhale, start to pivot forward at the hips, keeping the spine long. The heart is moving towards the legs. Chin can tuck into the chest just slightly. And then let's allow ourselves to round completely, coming all the way in. And I love to do forward folds after these more expressive big postures because it's this way of coming back home to ourselves. Inhale, you can walk the hands back upright, shift the hips forward, lying all the way down onto your mat. If there's any last postures you want to take here, hugging the knees into the chest, you might want to do a twist or a little happy baby. Just tune into whatever would feel good for you to finish your practice. This is how we start to become more intuitive with the body, by just being playful, by noticing what we crave. And when you've completed your final posture, you can stretch the arms and the legs out. Allowing yourself again to ground. Allowing the poses to integrate into the body, into the mind. Stay here, or we'll turn off to the right or the left sides, pushing ourselves all the way back up to our seated position in your own time, in your own way. Bringing the hands back to heart center, giving reverence for these little shifts that we can create every day. And as you feel ready, you can open up the eyes, letting the light back in, feeling that joy at the heart, feeling that gratitude for these kinds of practices and the shifts they can create. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.